Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu salamu rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're here with We Are All Okay Wednesday, and the topic today is getting close to Allah. This is the belated version of the We Are All Okay Wednesday. So, getting close to Allah. Actually, we're born on the fitrah, right? We're born in a state where we're already close to Allah. It doesn't matter what family we're born into, every human being is born on the fitrah, alhamdulillah. And then we have the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that says that, it is the environment, the parents, the people around them that take them off that course. And essentially that fits very much in alignment with what I teach, in that what I see as the barrier in us being close to Allah, getting close to Allah, is the thinking that we have going on. And I'll give you some examples of that in a moment, inshallah. But let's just look at where this thinking starts to develop, or this way of thinking, perhaps is a better way of putting it. So over our years of being a child, we've experienced many different things. We've learned from many different people. And over time, we've acquired a set of values and beliefs about the world and about ourselves, and we hold on to those. And that becomes the filter in which we see the world around us. And so if those filters that have developed, those beliefs and values, aren't in alignment with how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there with us all the time, has never left, then we can lose sight or disconnect from Allah. So the sorts of things, because I said I'd tell you the sorts of thinking that I mean, one of them I tackled this morning in our Smash It Wednesday session, is where we get into our own heady thinking around how we need to control things. We need to make things happen a certain way or go a certain way in order for us to be okay. And that is actually kind of meaning we're not accepting the fact that, in fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has control over everything, not us. We get caught up in our own thinking, and in that moment we're now no longer thinking of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fits into the picture. Assalamu alaikum, those who have joined, welcome, and make sure you say salam in the comments so I know that you're here and who's here. If you have any questions or any comments, go ahead and share them, inshallah. So we're talking about getting closer to Allah, and I'm talking actually about the fact that we were all born on the fitrah. So we were already born with that connection, that closeness to Allah, with that awareness and belief in Allah. And the key thing being that the barrier to that, or why we're disconnected from Allah, coming through our own thought in the moment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the power of thought. He's blessed us with the ability to think. He's given us the ability to choose. So we've got free thinking. We can choose to do the right thing, or we can choose to do the wrong thing. We can make good choices, we can make bad choices. This is part of how Allah created us, and this is then also how we will be tested. Because at each given moment, the test is going to be, when we make those decisions, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala part of the picture or not? Are we making those decisions based on our desires, our nafs, our ego, or are we making those decisions based on what will be most pleasing to Allah? So you see, actually, it really boils down to our thinking. Our ability to be close to Allah is through our thought, and our disconnection from Allah is also through our thought. Wa alaikum salam, Samaya, Jana, Halima, welcome all of you here. Thank you for joining me. So when our thinking is on Allah, and then we have, in the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find rest. When we're thinking about Allah, then we're adding Allah into the picture when we make our decisions, so therefore likely to make wiser decisions, and therefore we have a better connection with Allah, and so we feel at peace. And we feel at peace with our decisions because we know that our decisions were made to the best of our ability in alignment with what's pleasing to Allah. But if our thoughts are not with Allah, if our thoughts are around making decisions, and when I'm talking about decisions, I'm not talking about necessarily big life-changing decisions. I'm talking about the day-to-day decision. We're making decisions all the time. That's what our thinking is about, right? Alhamdulillah, having a great Ramadan, Jana, and I hope you are too. Jazakallah khair for asking. So if we're, for instance, deciding what actions to take in our day, that's great. Love you sending the love. Send more love and thumbs up and hearts. That's all fantastic. Go for it. Share the love. Go for it. We had a bit of a competition going this morning. We got to 200 hearts. See if you can outdo that. So when our thinking isn't in alignment with Allah, when we're not actually including Allah in the picture, when we're deciding how our day unfolds or what we're going to do with our day, then we're disconnected from Allah. We're not feeling close to Allah. We can have a lot of stress and anxiety around what's going on, what's going to happen, how it's going to unfold, because we're actually, guess what's happening? We're all stuck up here in our head. We're overthinking most of the time. I'll look at you go, 36, 39, 40 hearts. Alhamdulillah, keep it going. Alhamdulillah. It's distracting me from what I was saying, alhamdulillah. That's easy to do at this stage of the day. Yeah, so getting close to Allah. Getting closer to Allah is recognizing that it's just thought that is the barrier. That the way we're thinking, the thoughts that we've got going on, what's happening is keeping us not focused on Allah and focused perhaps on what we want or what we think is best or what we think someone else wants. All that type of thinking is a distraction or a disconnection. We're more connected to our own wants and needs or others' wants and needs as opposed to what is pleasing to Allah. When that thinking subsides, alhamdulillah, look at all that love. You're over 100 hearts now, subhanallah. Keep it up. When our thinking falls away or when our thinking settles down, our natural state is to be in connection with Allah. It's not something you have to work on or fix because nothing's broken. It's not something that you have to try hard at or have a system for or whatever language you want to use that makes it sound difficult. It's actually seriously about just being present in this moment and then experiencing that natural connection with Allah that each and every one of us had when we were first born is still there and available to us now, alhamdulillah. So if you've been feeling disconnected from Allah or feeling like it's just hard work to find that connection, then most likely what's happening is now you're having all this extra thinking on top of it, which is why am I disconnected with Allah, and trying to fix that. And that thinking is adding another layer of distraction away from the connection that's already there and available to you when your thinking settles down, alhamdulillah. Wow, we're nearly beating the score from the love hearts from this morning, subhanallah. So Halima says, we were just having that conversation with the kids as they have lots of questions, subhanAllah, and was explaining to them, and hearing again with them is great, alhamdulillah. I'm glad the kids are listening too. Fantastic. What are they doing up at this hour? SubhanAllah. So Halima's in the UK, so SubhanAllah. It's must be quite late or very early there. Maybe you're up for suhoor, are you? So our connection with Allah is available to us anytime, at any place, in any moment. We don't need to wait until we're on Hajj, or it's Ramadan, or it's a particular time of the night, although these are all blessed times where there's extra reward and extra benefit, and I'm not denying that at all. What I'm saying though, however, is we don't need to wait for those moments. So there might be a sadness setting in that Ramadan is over and the blessing of Ramadan is over, and maybe you felt close to Allah in Ramadan, and what's going to happen after Ramadan? I won't feel close to Allah anymore. I need Ramadan to stay, or this thinking that we might have. The reality is you can have that close connection with Allah anytime. Anytime. You don't need to wait for Ramadan. You don't need, yes, of course, we're going to feel sad Ramadan's over, but it's not the end. As long as we have a breath in our body, there's a ability to have that connection with Allah, subhanallah. So the kids are still not sleeping, or they'll sleep during the day then, subhanallah. You've done suhoor and wanted to see sunrise and then go to bed, subhanallah. So giving them the few moments and a memory of Ramadan, alhamdulillah. Yes, well, I guess for you it's the end of the 27th night, subhanallah. So I'm glad they're having this conversation around their connection with Allah on the 27th night of Ramadan. Beautiful topic to have discussed with them, Halima, mashallah. 236 love hearts, well done, mashallah. I think you beat the score from this morning. So before I go, who has any takeaways or questions from what we just went through? Well, go ahead and type them up and I'll do my best to answer them. While you're doing that, typing a takeaway, or a question, I'd just like to share with those of you who are here who haven't done the Peaceful Hearts program that there's a special offer over Ramadan for the Peaceful Hearts program, which helps you understand what I've been talking about feelings coming from thought in the moment, and how when we understand that, we have a greater connection with Allah. When we have a better connection with Allah, we're better able to make decisions, feel in a more peaceful state of tawakkul, able to tackle all the challenges, the tests that Allah sends us with patience, with confidence, alhamdulillah, with calm. All of that is covered in the Peaceful Hearts program, which you can find at heartsfindrest.com. You'll see the link on the screen. And the special deal of $49, it will end at the end of Ramadan, so there's only a few days left to get access to that. Having real problems with my speech today, right? Probably been doing too much talking, run out of words. So have a look at it, check it out. It is a very detailed 10-week program, takes you week by week through understanding your human experience and helps you really have a beautiful connection with Allah, but also beautiful relationships within your family, and just a wonderful life, alhamdulillah, without all the stresses and anxiety that tend to be what we suffer a lot with these days, subhanallah. So 5:20 in the UK morning, beautiful early dawn, alhamdulillah, Jana. So you're in the UK as well. I'm glad you found it a relevant reminder. Ameen, may Allah bless you as well. So just check it out, Jana, if you haven't already, at the heartsfindrest.com. And yeah, if you join, I look forward to seeing you in there and answering your questions if you have any on the program, and hearing how things change for you as you come to understand this beautiful understanding of the inside out paradigm and how this fits with Islam and brings about that tawakkul and sense of calm about this life, alhamdulillah. Halima's takeaway is listen to your heart and stop overthinking and be in the moment. Yes, good one, alhamdulillah. All right, beautiful to be here with you. Look forward to seeing you again next week. Keep an eye out in the group. We are thinking through our strategy of how we want to show up for you in this group. And so there will be notifications once I figured that out as to what we'll be doing, but we'll definitely be going live each week in the group. If you've got topics you want me to talk about, let me know. If you've got suggestions of how I can support you, let me know, and we'll see what we can do about that, inshallah. But in the meantime, check out heartsfindrest.com and enjoy the rest of your 27th night of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your fasting. Have a beautiful Eid. Look forward to a very different Eid this year. And see you next week, inshallah. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Beautiful being here with you as well, Sister Jana Wayaki. Halima says, any mum in my place would be stressed with kids not in bed. Alhamdulillah, enjoying it, and thanks to me. Alhamdulillah, thanks to you for being here, Halima, and sharing that. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.